Greetings, Cosmos, and welcome back to Final Fantasy IV DS. So, last time I thought that this time we were going to progress the plot, but I forgot about something. I need to go back to that cave and acquire an augment. Which reminds me, let's check. Alright, you get to auto jump. Yeah, you can just attack. You can pray. But yeah, there's that one cave, right? Lodestone Cavern, which is no longer lodestoned. Well, anyway, yeah, the reason for going there is to acquire an augment that only appears after defeating Barbaricia. It's in the chamber where the Dark Elf lived. For a second after entering this screen, I was like, wait, this isn't the right place. This isn't the Lodestone Cavern. So I think Final Fantasy II was the first one to have chocobo. For some reason I was going to say 3, but I remembered that no, 2 had chocobos. Final Fantasy IV is the first one to have black chocobos. Final Fantasy V made the black chocobo better. So... Sheesh. Nice! Oh, weird. Like other games, your prayer had a 50% chance of going unanswered in other versions of this game. In this 3D version, that's the first time I've seen the prayer go unanswered. And I've done at least half a dozen playthroughs. I always get bored when grinding for the bonus bosses. Yay, unicorn horn. Okay, so what do I do? This. Rosa is a lower level than everyone else and needs some experience anyway, so... Odd, does her getting hit interrupt the prayer? Is that what's going on? Alright, Kane, level 35. Rosa. Alright, Rosa's lost half her health and needs healing. And last I checked, Cecil was a better healer. Both because of his higher level directly, and because I think his higher level comes with some higher stats. Let's see here. Spirit. 24. 42. Wow. So it seems like level has an outsized impact on how good a healer you are. Uh-oh. Oh hey, these enemies. Well, I'm glad that the Mind Blast didn't paralyze him. I think one of his pieces of equipment grants immunity to that. Alright, Cecil, level up. Esena. Young, level up. Strength 36. Oh, hey. Alright, so we get to go first. And thanks to auto battle, I actually get the first attack in. See, a thing that I noticed playing a traditional Final Fantasy IV, like the 2D version, is that I would frequently, get the first strike, do a surprise attack, ambush the enemy, whatever they're calling it. I can't remember, even though I just saw it. And yet the enemies would start attacking before I was even finished inputting my commands, let alone executing them. And also this happened a lot with 6. Okay, so Sid is going to have a hard time causing damage with this hammer. That is Marika's one kick from Young annihilates them all. Alright, Sid, level 30. Alright. And here we go. Whirlwind. There we go. Okay, so I might actually do some plot stuff today. Hey, that's no fair. The chocobo can't fly over mountains unless it's returning home? Alright, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of plot today, but I will hit at least one plot beat. Also, I had better make sure to save, so I don't have to redo all that nonsense. Also, I could have flown the black chocobo here if I wanted. It wouldn't have been useful because I'd need to fly it right back after going here because I need the airship for what's to come after this. We could not survive without the sun's blessings. The same was not true of our distant forebears, though. At least if the stories are to be believed. Once my husband starts gazing through that telescope of his, he often forgets to even feed himself. This is Sir Corio's observatory, home to the world's only fully functional telescope. There have been some unsettling changes on the lunar surface as of late, and we are hard at work studying them. So, yeah, that's foreshadowing. I'm Corio, and this is my observatory. I'm able to study the moons. Very intriguing, our twin moons. One is utterly devoid of life, but the other shows unmistakable signs of habitation. And in recent months, that moon's surface has begun to turn crimson, almost as though it were being stained with blood. I hope with all my heart it is no omen of events to come, but I must admit it weighs upon my mind. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I can't look, so... Isn't that interesting? The well within this garden has been a symbol of our village since days of old. Its depth is said to be immeasurable. This well seems for all the world to have no bottom. So we toss this magma stone in. What's this? It's glowing. Let me see it. That strange is getting warmer. Ouch, ouch, youch! Then he tosses it and it lands in the well. What in the world is happening? And Young and Rosa are just there. Oh my. There's a proverb in our village. It tells us that all the things we see have a darker inverse which we do not, even the world itself. Let's see. I don't think I need healing right now, actually. So that's good. I'll just leave the inn. So remember, back in the day, this physical game came with an instruction booklet that contained a mini walkthrough. It goes as far as tossing... My memory of it goes as far as tossing that thing in the well. So let's see. Rod, staff, spear, boomerang, bow, power bow, iron arrows, holy arrows. Rose is the only character that can equip a bow and or arrows if my memory is accurate. Sid can use shields? Iron helmet. Iron armor. Sorry about that scratch on my face. Sheesh, no wonder Sidman's performing so badly. Look at his defense. 5? 10. His defense has doubled with really basic equipment. Like if we want the best stuff that we can afford right now, I'd go to, well, that money can buy. We can't necessarily afford it. We'd be going to Mithril. Anyway, join me next time when I go into that great hole in the ground that we just opened up. That great chasm leads to the underworld? Could anything even survive beneath the surface without sunlight? Who could have imagined I'd one day be journeying to the underworld? Alright, we can take the Enterprise through that crater. They must not be allowed to take the dark crystals. Alright, so yeah, join me next time when I enter that hole in the ground.